My name is Ashley. I am a full-time college student and I also have a full-time job. And I'm also a full-time mom of an 11-year-old, which has its own unique challenges. And it's been difficult having the work-life balance, but I'm lucky to have a supportive family to help me throughout my academic as well as my career. So I'm in applied anthropology program at San Jose State, and I actually transferred from De College where I received my associate's degree. When I transferred to San Jose State, I actually transferred to be a teacher. So I transferred into the child development program. While at San Jose State, I had to fulfill some of my GE requirements. So I decided to take an anthropology class. And it was in that class that I fell in love with anthropology. My professor was amazing, and it kind of showed the world to me in a different light. So I decided that I wanted to change my major. And at that point, I transferred into the behavioral science program where I completed my undergrad. And during my capstone class, one of the professors from the anthropology department, Dr. AJ Foss, he's actually the graduate coordinator. He came and spoke to our class, and I basically fell in love with the anthropology program through his speech, and I decided that I wanted to continue on with my education and apply for the master's program in applied anthropology. So I wanted to continue my education because my family really encouraged me to pursue my dreams. And I also wanted to be a role model for my son and show him that even though I had him when I was very young, I was still able to complete my goals and strive for what I felt was best for us. The applied anthropology program at San Jose State is rather unique. You go into the program with a cohort of students and your student colleagues. You spend the entire year with them and you bond with them and you cry with them and you study with them. And it definitely has made my experience in the graduate program 10 times better. And then the instructors encourage you to pursue a project that you enjoy. And then from there, you work with a partner organization and you collaborate with them and you complete your project. And the whole program is 2 years long. So I'm coming towards the end of my 2 years. In 2017, I participated in the San Jose State Study Abroad program, and I took a global film and literature class in the country of Ireland. And through that class, we had to do a photo essay. And our topic of the photo essay was to kind of go around and talk to different people and take pictures and kind of capture what different people thought what it was like to be Irish. And now that I'm in my last year as an applied anthropologist in the program, I realized that I was using ethnography skills then, and I feel like that's why I enjoy anthropology so much, just learning about other cultures and human interaction. And I also completed a fellowship with the County of Santa Clara, where I was in the Roads and Airports Department. And from there, I kind of opened up my mind to all the different projects in the County of Santa Clara and everything that's going on with the roads. And so once I was in the applied anthropology program, I saw that there was a professor at San Jose State, Dr. Joshua Bauer, and he's actually collaborating with the Meadow Transportation Institute to explore how roadways impact urban farmers. And he was looking for a graduate student that could come and help conduct interviews and kind of be there through the whole process. And it was an opportunity for me that I could use that project to complete my master's project. My project is called Freeways and Farms, Vegelution at Peruche and Taylor Street Urban Farm Study. The Santa Clara Valley encompasses 1,300 square miles of land adjacent to the San Francisco Bay and ringed by the Diablo Hills on the east and the Santa Cruz Mountains to the west. In 1840, San Jose was considered the valley's principal city with approximately 1,000 inhabitants. Fruit farming became the main force of occupation in 1870 when horticulturists referred to the soil as the most fertile in the nation. Aside from the rich soil, the mild climate created a great environment for fruit trees to flourish. Dried prunes became a staple, with apricots following closely behind. The Santa Clara Valley became known as the Valley of Heart's Delight, from the agricultural reputation. San Jose is a town that resides within Santa Clara Valley. If we fast forward to the current day, San Jose has a completely different reputation. Currently, San Jose houses approximately 10,000 residents in the downtown core. What was once an agricultural landscape has now transitioned to an urban metropolis in the Santa Clara Valley. Two different urban farms, Vegelution at the Emma Peruche Farm Park and Garden to Table, Silicon Valley, also known as Taylor Street Farm, leverage this agricultural legacy to build community through urban farming. The location of these two organizations is rather unique. Vegelution rests in between Highway 101 and Highway 880. And as you can see, here's Vegelution right here, and here are the freeways that surround it. Here is a view from the farm, and here are the freeways right here. Taylor Street Farm rests between Highway 880 and 87. A notable landmark close to Taylor Street Farm is Norman Mineta San Jose International Airport, less than 3 miles away. And Garden to Table is right here in this lot. And these are the roadways that surround it. And here is a view from Taylor Street Farm. And as you can see, the freeways right here. Dr. Joshua Bauer, an assistant professor in the Department of Public Health and Recreation at San Jose State University, was keen to investigate the impact of the roadways on the users and producers of urban farms and approached the Meadow Transportation Institute, or MTI, with his idea. With MTI as a collaborator, generative research could be conducted in order to inform future research. We centered our research around the following research question. How do the components of the roadways play into the physical and emotional construction of these farms? The research methods employed in this project were qualitative and relied heavily on an ethnographic foundation. This is where my expertise came into play. As a graduate student in the Applied Anthropology program, I used ethnography to document the daily lives of people. I conducted my ethnography in the form of structured observations and participant observations at each farm. Every Saturday, Vegelution and Taylor Street Farm have volunteer opportunities where individuals can learn gardening techniques and engage with others in the community. I decided that this volunteer opportunity would be a great way to engage with the users and producers of these farms. Additionally, between the two urban farms, Dr. Bauer and I conducted 14 semi-structured interviews with the users and producers of these sites during the summer of 2019. To create inclusivity, an undergraduate student fluent in Spanish accompanied us in the case we needed a translator. Each interview was recorded with the permission of the interviewee and transcribed using data transcription software. Through my deductive analysis, I tracked anthropological themes, such as place attachment or the bonding of people to places, while also keeping a keen eye out for areas of relation between interviews and issues pertinent to transportation and urban farming. Several common themes shared among participants at both sites jumped out at us. When asked about the freeway or road noise, most of the participants expressed that once engaged in the happenings on the farm, they became subsumed by their activity and the external noise elements from the roadways became background noise. Kevin, a 64-year-old male recently hired as farm staff at Veggielution, recalled the road noise during his first days at the farm. I think my first days here it faded because we're busy doing some things. Additionally, we spoke to Jasmine, whose main motivation for visiting the farm was to engage in the physical work of farming. Jasmine described the physical work as calming and satisfying, and the road noise as something that I'm just like super used to here. Each farm site is located relatively close to a freeway exit. We asked participants about how they felt about the location of each urban farm. Vanessa, a farm leader at Taylor Street Farm, said, "I love that it's right off the freeway. So personally, and when I tell people about it, I say just take 87 and you're right there." The mission statement of both farms is to create educational opportunities to learn gardening techniques and build community. Natsumi, a mother of two, expressed, "I've heard of different gardens around the area, but this is the closest to us, and it's a good way to expose the kids too. It's mainly for the kids." Essentially, a vast majority of the participants relied on their own personal vehicle to navigate to each farm. The roadways made the location more accessible since their main method of transportation was a personal vehicle. Place attachment is a theme that is common in the anthropology of space and the attachment to places. This is also a common theme in the field of environmental psychology. It was because of this reason that I decided to utilize place attachment as a main theme in my coding analysis. However, this was not a common theme that was brought to light. It was apparent that individuals were not attached to the place itself, but the activities that occurred in these spaces. This finding can have implications as urban planners design the future of the city of San Jose. The findings from the project open new areas of exploration for the city of San Jose. Individuals expressed disinterest in the roadway noise and joyance of the accessible location of the farms. While people did not express an attachment to the place itself, they found meaning in the activities that occur at the spaces. Thus, the place, whether Veggielution or Taylor Street Farm, is a platform for meaning and can be produced in other spaces around the city. For example, vacant lots in the city can be transformed to areas of education and community gathering by replicating the mission statement of the urban farms. This finding can add to the knowledge that urban planners use to construct meaning. A new way of building can pave way by replicating the activities that occur in these spaces. I would like to thank Veggielution and Taylor Street Farm, the Moneta Transportation Institute,